this stupid habit of having a BlackBerry and an iPhone in your hand all the time, honestly, you're not spending time with the people you're with. And the instrument isn't your work-life balance.
One big topic at the GSB is work-life balance. And you obviously have a very busy career, a very global career.
Why do you guys have a topic at the GSB? You've got a problem with work-life balance here?
We're just really worried about it in the future.
I want your work-life, man. Well, this is for the future.
For the future. For the future.
You're already planning for your work-life balance. I got it.
We're trying to protect what we have right now.
I got it.
And so how do you think about balancing those two things in your own life?
Work-life balance is a very personal thing. You know, there are guys who work 12 hours, 18 hours a day and think that they've got balance. There are others who work 6 hours a day and they think they've got balance. So I don't know how you define it for yourself, but for me, work-life balance requires, I guess, a couple of things to happen. One is you've got to enjoy what you're doing. You really have to. It's really, really critical. And if you don't enjoy what you're doing, it's time to do something different. And that's part of the reasons why I've changed what I did over the years. Because if you're going to work as hard as we work, and I travel probably 2/3 of the time. And if you're not going to enjoy what you're doing when you travel, why the hell are you doing it? And so work-life balance starts with enjoying what you do really well. At the same time, you've got to have time for yourself and the people who matter to you. I mean, by that I mean, you know, not just helping Aditi move into a dorm room in Harvard, which, by the way, was up 4 bloody flights of stairs with no elevator, with a room partner who had a stupid shipping trunk that was bigger than my car that had to be carried up the stairs. And I used to call that the 2 Advil evenings, right? You kind of had them and then you had 2 Advils so you could wake up in the morning without a broken back. Yeah? But that, you've got to provide time for that. You've got to provide time for their play when they're acting in it on the small part that's third tree from left, because it's important to them. And so if you're not going to be there when they need you, then you've got no balance. So I was living in Hong Kong for a little while, running Citigroup in Asia, and I used to fly back from Hong Kong for one evening to be able to spend the time that was required if one of them or Ritu were doing something that was important to us as a family. So I guess you got to enjoy what you're doing, but you've also got to take out the time for the people who matter to you. And when you're with somebody, spend the time with the person. You know, this stupid habit of having a BlackBerry and an iPhone in your hand all the time, honestly, you're not spending time with the people you're with. You're spending time with the instrument. And the instrument isn't your work-life balance. It's actually, in some ways, an invasion on your work-life balance. It's useful, don't get me wrong. I use the darn thing all the time, but it's an invasion if you're not careful. So finding the right space that says, when I'm with you, I'm focused on you, you matter to me, and I'm going to spend time with you, as compared to I'm doing that, but also doing this, looking at my email, doing phone calls, taking out paper, working on the weekends. You've got to figure out how to find that balance. That's what work-life balance is. The rest all kind of works out.